Hey guys, welcome back to Bianca Marie Travel Podcast. Today we're doing something new. I know every Monday is normally our podcast, but this has to happen because Disney just dropped a bombshell. They have decided that masks will not be necessary in any outdoor spaces at their parks and resorts, and that is huge. So I thought I would come on and just have a quick update because it's my job to keep you guys up to date in the most Disney news, right? Um, so so I wanted to just hop on here and talk about that real quick, let you guys know what's going on. And then we'll go back to our normal every Monday schedule. So, yes, Disney has announced officially that they will not require guests to wear masks starting pretty much immediately at any outdoor space. Now, that doesn't mean that you don't wear masks at all at Disney. They've clarified and said that you are still required to have your mask in any indoor queues and any other indoor spaces, and that I foresee causing a little bit of problem just for the everyday consumer because you are going to have to try to carry your mask around with you, even though you don't need it outdoors. But as soon as you drop that stroller off and head to lines, you have to have masks for everyone. That I foresee being tricky. I think cavaliers and things, those little hooks will come in handy for that and probably hook it onto your bag or something so that you have it because that's tricky. You go through an hour queue, most of it's outdoors, you don't have your mask with you because you're outdoors, but then the rest of that queue is indoors, and then you have now stood in line for 45 minutes only to find out you can't go inside because you don't have your masks with you. And good luck trying to get out of that line, right? To somehow get all the way out of that line to go get your mask. I foresee that being tricky. So definitely bring hooks or something to keep those masks with you because it's something you probably don't think about, because now you're walking around without your mask and then you try to go into any indoor location. If you're trying to go to any shop, you're trying to run in and get a snack, you're going to have masks for all those locations. So I foresee that being a little tricky. But just keep that in mind that they're not going mask free yet. Right now it's just outdoor spaces. So just when you're walking throughout the parks, but not at any indoor locations like the queues, which are usually outdoor and indoor. So once you get into a queue, you think it's outdoors, it's going to go indoors at some point. So make sure you bring those masks with you when you get in line for a ride. That would be my best bet to make sure that, because I'm not sure how they're going to handle that. There's going to be people constantly going through those lines, realizing they're going inside, and then there's going to have to be a cast member there to address the fact that they have to put their masks on. And I don't want to be that cast member, I tell you what. But that would be my tip for you guys. If you're heading to the parks, make sure you have some kind of hook or something to keep that mask with you so that if you do incur some kind of situation like that, you have it with you. You don't have to worry about going to find it, right? Go get it out of your bag or out of the stroller or something. Especially if you have a bunch of kids with you, it's nice to just maybe have a cavalier hooked on your belt or backpack or something with, 5 masks on it for everybody. Let's see. They've just released the last week of July's hours because right now they're not having just set hours. They're really changing the hours every time I look at it. And it seems to be commonplace right now. Their normal practice is to release a set of hours and then change them as the time comes through. So if you were headed to the parks, even now, between now and the end of the year, I'd say, I would regularly check back. Regularly check that My Disney app. Regularly check the hours at each park because they are now individualized. It kind of used to be they all had their set hours, right? There were magic hours here and there was little changes, but right now every single one is different. You can have so right now you can have, Magic Kingdom closing. They're usually the earliest to close, and it's usually maybe 5. And then you also have these other parks that will be open till 11. Epcot often will be open till 11. It's usually the latest park to be open, but not always. So it's definitely important to keep your eye on those hours because even when I was there a few weeks ago, they changed it on me. They were saying that I think Magic Kingdom was going to close at 8, Hollywood Studios was going to close at 8, and Epcot was going to close at 9. And so I had just kind of planned to do my park hopping and get it all done. Well, last minute, probably 4 or 5 days before I was to go to that park, they changed it and they said it's now open till 11 the whole week. So it's definitely, those things are fluid. It's definitely important to go check and make sure and then double check right before you head to the park, because you might be surprised. And the benefit of them making those hours later is that you can then park hop back to Epcot later. It's so beautiful at night. Definitely important to go at night and see it. It's so gorgeous. And also sometimes you can get into Frozen one last time. That's what we did. We did Hollywood Studios, Epcot in the morning, Hollywood Studios in the afternoon. We park hopped over, and then I dropped my 2-year-old off and my dad at the hotel, and me and Sophia, my 8-year-old, went to Epcot, and it was amazing. It was beautiful. They had lights, and it was reflecting on the on the lake, and we got to go ride Frozen together by ourselves. It was really, really wonderful. So it's definitely something to keep your eye on, is those fluctuating hours. So right now, the last week of July, they have them all down for about, I think, 9 o'clock closures. And those will probably change. They'll probably change a week or two before that actual week occurs. It's all based upon, availability and occupancy. If it's really busy, like we all planned for it to be, they're going to extend those hours. There's no way they're going to keep them at 9. So it's definitely important to keep that in mind. I think that was all. Let me check my list here. Yeah, I think that was it. I just wanted to come on here and update you guys. I will see you guys on Monday. Have a magical day. I'll see you real soon.